It's not about scientific accuracy, of course, but these films do make a pretty entertaining watch still. It's wild. Think about it. Tech from back then was pretty basic. No CGI, no high-def graphics. Yet, these films, they sure did dare to dream big on what looks like shoestring budgets now. Logan's Run. Logan's Run envisioned a world where we finally achieved the dream, ridding the world of anyone who annoys us before they get too old, in this case, 30. And this movie has since been parodied, referenced, and wished to be real ever since. The film ended up costing about $9 million, which was not cheap in 1976, but it was worth it, standing the test of time many, many years later in all its 70s glory. Silent Running. Silent Running gave us a glimpse into a future where we finally solved Earth's ecological issues by jettisoning plants that could no longer survive on Earth into space with a hippie gardener. Despite its total 70s-ness, it's actually a pretty epic movie with amazing set design and miniature effects that predated Star Wars by years. It cost around $1.3 million, which was a steal even back then, especially for something that's still making us feel guilty about our carbon footprint today. Soylent Green. Soylent Green envisioned a bleak future where overpopulation and scarcity pushed humanity to a shocking solution, one that left audiences reeling with its unforgettable twist. The film became an instant reference point for anyone talking about dystopian futures and food shortages, embedding the phrase, "Soylent Green is people," into pop culture forever. The gritty, worn-down aesthetic of the 70s never looked so unsettling, reminding us that sometimes the scariest futures are the ones that feel all too possible. The Omega Man. The Omega Man dropped Charlton Heston into a post-apocalyptic Los Angeles, where he's not just the last man on Earth, he's the last man on Earth who can't stand hippies-turned-albino mutants. With a plot that swings between action-packed and introspective, this movie carved out its place in the Sci-Fi Hall of Fame, giving us one of the first on-screen battles between science and superstition. Plus, it made driving empty streets cool decades before I Am Legend copied the homework. At the Earth's Core. At the Earth's Core decided that drilling into the Earth would be more exciting if you ended up in a psychedelic land of dinosaurs, telepathic birds, and burly, shirtless heroes. Based on Edgar Rice Burroughs' novel, this film gave us Doug McClure at his pulpiest, proving that you don't need cutting-edge special effects to create a wild adventure, just some papier-mâché monsters and a lot of imagination. It's the kind of movie that makes you miss the days when science fiction didn't take itself too seriously. The Asphyx. The Asphyx asked the question we've all pondered. What if you could trap your own soul in a box and live forever, but only if you didn't mind risking some truly gothic consequences? This British horror flick mixed Victorian vibes with sci-fi curiosity, exploring immortality long before vampires made it trendy. It's a slow burn, but the eerie atmosphere and clever premise have kept it creeping around in horror fans' minds for decades. Rollerball. Rollerball brought us the violent sport of the future, where corporations rule and the masses cheer for blood, all while the players smash each other on roller skates. This film didn't just predict the rise of brutal reality TV, it practically invented it. Plus, it gave us James Caan in a role where he looks like he's having way too much fun with his lethal steel ball. Westworld. Westworld was way ahead of its time, imagining a theme park where you could live out your wildest fantasies until the robots get tired of being shot at and start shooting back. This was Michael Crichton's first stab at the theme park gone wrong genre, and it paved the way for a certain dinosaur-filled island later on. And of course, the best part, Gunslinger. A relentless cowboy Terminator who made us all think twice about vacationing in the Old West.